Hey folks, here at OS Reviews. Today we're taking a video first look and quick review of this 12,000 milliamp hour capacity mobile power bank and solar charger. It has a rather generic build and design, and I've seen these floating around on Amazon for about 30 bucks or so they're not too expensive if you keep in mind that the capacity is rather large and that features a solar panel for green energy and renewable charging, which is always good on the environment. Otherwise, it has a pretty generic packaging as well, with some basic info located on the very back, and it does come with a micro USB cable for charging this, if you plug it into the wall, if you don't want to use the solar panels, because that does have a lower efficiency and takes longer to fully charge if you place it outdoors directly under the sun. Otherwise, as far as build quality is concerned, I am a fan because it has a very rugged look to it, but still remains pretty compact. It has easy grip size, which makes it easy to hold, and in the case that you drop this, I think it's still going to hold up, so it seems like something that will last you through the years. The back also features 8 LEDs, which are extremely bright, and offers a torch/flashlight functionality, which illuminates darker environments. You can also use this as a reading light if you are using it in a dark room. Otherwise, you can find access to basic info printed on the back, including the specifications. As you can see here, there are 2 USB outputs located on the very top. One of these features a 5-volt 2.1 amp output. The other one is a 5-volt 1 amp output, which is good enough for most Android phones and iOS devices. That 5-volt 2 amp output is going to be great for tablets and larger devices that might take a bit longer to charge. There's also a micro USB input for, again, charging the power bank itself, which takes about 4 hours to complete, so that's a bit of time you should leave and plan ahead of time, perhaps overnight, if you want to take it with you when you're traveling and have a full charge. To activate the flashlight, you use the power key on the side, which is pretty tactile and easy to use. Tap it 2 times to activate that light, which again is very bright and offers a nice, again, reading experience / torch for emergencies. And the front of the solar panel is also matte, so it doesn't reflect too much light either. And it seems to also work indoors. As you can see here that the LEDs are flashing, which means that it's trying to charge, but again at very low efficiency because it's not as strong as direct outdoor charging. But regardless, it is a nice way to, I guess, add a bit of extra battery life to your power bank. At 12,000 milliamp hour capacities, it is, I would say, a moderate-sized power bank, pretty large, which is definitely capable of charging most phones, I would say, 2 or 3 times, but depending on your phone's battery size, if you're using a phablet. So it is a nice size battery just for traveling if you are a road warrior. So next we're going to take a quick look at how the charging process actually works. I'm just going to have a quick, very small MP3 player, so obviously this has a tiny battery, but plugging this in, you'll see that the charging should just begin basically automatically. If not, you can trigger it just by tapping on the power key there, and as you can see there, power is now flowing through. This is a smart power bank in the sense it's not going to overheat or overcharge your device. It will automatically stop, and you can charge 2 devices simultaneously or at the same time, so that's no problem either. Otherwise, in terms of performance, again, it's respectable, not as fast as a Qualcomm Quick Charge enabled power bank, but then again, at this price point, especially with solar cells, which are a bit expensive, this is, I think, a fair deal already, and about 2 or 3 hours, depending on your phone, is already a pretty fast charging rate, if you ask me. So good performance all in all. And in all honesty, this particular power bank, the 12,000 milliamp hour solar charger, has actually been one of my daily drivers that I've been switching back and forth between power banks for the past 2 months, and I found the overall experience pretty enjoyable. So I think this is one that I would ultimately recommend for its durability, for its added features, also for the fact that performance is quite nice. Obviously, if you're just relying on that solar charging, there are perhaps better options available with a larger cell, a larger area that might be able to capture more light, because at the moment this takes quite a while to completely charge. If you leave it out in the sun, it might take, I would say, 10, maybe even 24 hours for it to completely charge up. But just like traveling back and forth, if it has sunlight, it's going to add that extra juice and then save it into the battery for you to use at a later time. To check out more details about this rather generic 12,000 milliamp hour capacity solar power bank, you can read our full written review, which has more data on performance and testing that we did. But for now, this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS.